And now we're gonna need a hex head. And this probably isn't a 15, right? Of course, they don't use the same size. It's probably gonna be the one I don't have, a 16, right? Some hexadilio.
You're watching Florida Man TV. Let's do this.
Hey guys, welcome back to Florida Man TV. Glad you're joining me again today on another episode involving the Jeep. Today I'm gonna head over to my buddy's house because he has a garage and the weather is still iffy from that tropical storm. So we might get some rain. I don't want to get halfway into this thing and be sitting in the wet dirt there trying to work on this. So I'm gonna use his garage, and today we're gonna be putting on some HKS or JKS sway bar end links, or rather anti-sway bar end links. Let's be correct here. So these quick disconnect links really help to be able to hit the trail, disconnect real quick, and get your articulation that you need for your Jeep to crawl over the rocks and the stumps and the trees and the blah 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 Florida Man trail things. And then when you get back on the road there, you can just go ahead and quickly connect them again, no tools required. So let's head over to my boy Hunter's house. You've probably seen him in some previous videos, including a Jeep, and we'll get over there and be back in a second. Okay guys, made it over to my buddy's garage here. No rain yet, in fact it's just perfectly sunny, but at least we're in the shade here. Let me show you this kit. So these are the JKS quick release end links. Pretty simple stuff. You're going to just put this bracket up on the top. I'll show you in a second. They go in there, you adjust them to length. We have to set our sway bar angle to 10 degrees. And then there's a pin in the bottom. These guys here replace the nut that is at the bottom, and they slide in there, and they're held in place by, come on, these little clips. So this bracket here just goes right up here and replaces, let me get some light on it for you. There we go. It's gonna replace this bracket right here, or this ball joint rather, is replaced by this bracket, and then we adjust our length to the bottom. Those big pins I showed you go in right here at the bottom. And then what we got to do is we're going to mark and drill a spot here in the frame for these other pins. These are the retaining pins right here, and these retaining pins will hold, they go in like this, and when you disconnect you'll have a place to actually hook up your anti-sway bar and the end link, and it keeps it out of the way of the suspension while you're wheeling. It's a very simple basic tool job, so we're gonna go ahead and get to it. Enjoy the quick install video. All right, 18mm nut on the inside, T55 Torx bit on the outside, and your top one is, I think it's a 15, yeah, 15 on the top. I'm going to take all of that apart, and I'll show you when we're disconnected and how the new one's going on. I figured that was going to be the issue. Ready? Yep. Alright, so what we don't want to do is strip out this Torx bit, but they are 2004 rusted factory nut. I got an angle grinder. It'll come off. Ready? Yep.
Alright, reset, or you want to spin me down?
I'm just spinning down here.
Alright, spin down. Alright, ready?
Yep. Now, actually, I'm going to put that bolt back through there to hold it while we do this one up here. That one wasn't as hard. Alright, there's your factory end link, as you may have seen in the video. So we've got that all disconnected there. Hunter's working on the other side. We're going to get that done, and I'll be back with you on the new one. Alright guys, we got our new bracket here, 35mm bolt hex head. and it's going to go on the bottom of the sway bar. Now I have rotated the sway bar down so that we can work on it a little bit easier. Put both of these on. The instructions are pretty clear, so if you get one of these kits, I mean, just read the instructions, but the threaded side goes inboard to the vehicle because the attachment nut goes towards the inside. So we're going to get these two brackets installed on the bottom of the sway bar, and then we'll be back once that's complete. Bracket on top, bolt through the bottom, nut on the top. And now we're going to need a hex head, and this probably isn't a 15, right? Of course, they don't use the same size for anything. So I'll slide my wrenches over here, or figure out which one it is on your side, one of the two. It's going to be probably,
Batman 16?
it's probably going to be the one I don't have, a 16, right? Nope, it's a 17.
17?
Yep. But we need a hex, some hexadilio. Get this pin in the lower bracket, and I'm gonna guess that this is probably a 19 wrench. So I don't think an 18. Nope, it's gonna be a 19 or a 20. Alright, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. There it is. Knocked a piece of rust off too, so bonus. Alright guys, what I'm going to do now is adjust the arm length here on the link and kind of temp install it. Our sway bar needs to go to 10 degrees up. So we have our little angle finder here, and we'll go to 10 degrees up, and then that's going to be our length. We'll use the length of this one here to size the other side to make sure that they are equal, and then we will tighten this top bolt up here so we don't forget, and link will be installed. We're almost right there. What would this be if it's on there? That angle is, man, I am so good.
Perfect.
It's right at 10. Let me see if I can get it all the way on there, but it's right at 10. And all I did was just guess. So you see there we're right at, well, I guess it could, it's 9. If I really want to be picky, it's 9, so maybe one screw out. We'll set it to 10 degrees up angle. That's going to do it right there. Right at 10. So we'll screw this down. What I'm doing here, guys, is I'm looking at the angle where this bracket needs to be for smooth operation. Smooth operator. And I'm thinking probably lined up with the sway bar is the way to go, and then this thing will be about like so. So we'll leave it positioned kind of right there. We'll take this out. Of course my light keeps turning off on you, but leave that position there, swing this down, and we'll torque it up here. Alright, we have this arm adjusted to the correct height to get 10 degrees angle on our anti-sway bar. Now the easy way to make sure that these are the same is you take your bushings and you put your bushings in both sides. Let me break this one free. There, it's free. You're going to line this up. You're going to stick a bolt into both bushings so that they're lined up. And then all you're going to do is just spin this out until these holes are perfectly centered here. When they are, you know that they're exactly the same length. Easy way to adjust them instead of trying to do it on both sides. And easy as that. You see, maybe you can get light in there, I don't know. but they are perfectly flush inside there. Everything bushing wise is perfectly level, and so we know that they are the same length, and we're ready to install. All right, there's a nylon spacer here that goes on first, and then we're ready to hook everything up. Oh, you know what? We got to torque this down right here. Let me torque this nut down. Well, we can do it when it's on there, I guess. So we'll slide this guy on. Maybe. There we go. Sway bar up to here. Where'd the nut go? I got one. Here we go. You also what?
Forgot to empty the catch can.
Ah, yeah, you did. Okay, tighten our jam nut down. Alright guys and girls, here you have it. Everything's torqued down. I don't have the pins in, but that's because I'm not going to put this pin in yet. I have to drill and tap to rotate these up. So I'm going to wait to put the pins in. But it is installed. Everything is torqued. We are good to go. Essentially, job would be complete if you didn't want to disconnect them. But now what we're going to do is we're going to find a mounting location here, and we're going to put this pin in again. Where is it? Up here. My light turned off. All right, you got no light, guys. My light keeps dying on me. But we got this guy here. She's out. Stay. All right, but we got this guy here. Goes in there, and these get drilled right into the frame somewhere about in here, so that you can swing this sway bar up and hold it out of the way. So we're gonna get that all located, drilled, and tapped, and then show you the finished result. Check the pin. Should fit nice and tight up there. There we go. Pin in. There you have it, guys. That's what it'll look like on both sides once you get it tied up there, so that your sway bar doesn't go anywhere when you're disconnected. Alright, job officially done, except for the final greasing stage here. We want to grease up our joints so we don't get any squeaking going down the road and any excessive wear, but we have both sides in. I know it's dark under here, you really can't see too much, but both sides are in and secure. Both mounting pin locations are in and secure. So I'm going to grease this thing up, and then we'll be done. You got a light? There you go, get a little light on there for you. So there you go, complete install. And this project, like I said, with the instructions, anybody that can use a basic hand tool, you can get this done. It's really not that hard, but it's a fun little project. Sit here with a buddy, chit chat a little bit, put a couple of nuts and bolts on, and then do a little upgrade to the Jeep. So appreciate you guys watching the video. Hope you enjoyed hanging out a little bit underneath the Jeep, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.